내가
Hi everyone, welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. Good evening everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So with Rodman on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Buzelis, Edgecombe is out there with Arenas, then there's Markkanen. And it's Malowaj in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Arizona, we've got Mike Bibby, also Kerr out there. Markkanen is out there with Gordon. And it's Pete in at the 4.
Here we go.
So it'll be Chicago off the tip.
Watch Arenas.
Pass to Buzelis. Down low. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
Kerr against Arenas. Here's Pete. A shot off that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Kerr against Arenas. Pass to Markkanen. It's good, and it's Arenas with the assist.
That high release that Markkanen has is such a weapon for him, especially in a catch-and-shoot situation.
Outside, Markkanen. Kerr outside. Here's Pete. Shakes him. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Arizona needs to get off a shot. Kerr can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Edgecombe. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
So fast and powerful. Edgecombe's drive, so explosive.
Bibby, a screen on Arenas. Outside, Markkanen. Arizona with another miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Buzelis' shot is good.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
And Arizona decides to take their first time out here. Checked in for the Wildcats. Arenas comes in for Bibby. Chicago also making some changes. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Malowaj. And it's Rodman in for Lauri Markkanen. Outside, Markkanen. Arizona moving the ball around. Kerr kicks it over to Arenas. Pete the pass to Markkanen. Here's Pete. Shot clock at 5. On deep, Arenas. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Arizona trails by 12. Kerr the pass to Pete. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
goes to Chicago.
And Arizona making a change here.
Aaron Gordon.
Now Arenas. Adebayo kicks to Rodman. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rodman's got 5 now.
Great job to get to the corner and make himself available for the three.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has three key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Oh, great job on the assist, scanning the floor and finding that open look.
And Arizona calls time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
This offense on the court is your big squad.
Mike Bibby's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. Chicago also making some changes. Boozer, he's checked in for Buzelis. Chris Middleton comes in for Edgecombe. Young is subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Ayton finds Fry. Now here's Gordon. He's covered by Boozer. There's the pick. Bibby for three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Chicago leading by 17. Launches a three, and Middleton the bucket on the assist by Young.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now, here is Bibby. Nothing on the board. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, this is where you have to get Ayton the ball. Between his footwork and post moves, he's reliable down there.
Rodman with a screen on Kerr. 18 feet out. Another one falls for Chicago.
Yeah, just letting the play unfold naturally. Terrific patience in the pick and roll.
Right wing. Bibby passes to Gordon. They set the pick. Shoots the three. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, he's not an elite three-point shooter, but Gordon makes just enough threes to be a threat from out there.
That one goes. Count it.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, here's Ayton. It's stolen by Adebayo. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Here's Kerr. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Back to Kerr. Here's Bibby. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Young way outside. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Chicago leads by 19. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Fans get ready for some high RPM and amazing skills from your pocket ball.
Without question, Buzelis displaying his skills today.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
We've got Aaron Gordon. Kerr is out there with Mike Bibby. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Pete in at the four-man position. That's tipped.
Well, that's an incredible defensive effort there by him. He just erased that shot.
So for Chicago right now, Markkanen is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then it's Maloach. And it's Edgecombe in at the shooting guard position. Picked by Markkanen. And here's Kerr from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Kerr's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get burned.
Now here's Arenas. Still scoreless.
Hey, yo, right here.
Takes it inside. Up and in on the layup. And Chicago leads by 20.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
Kerr outside. Here's Pete. He's guarded by Markkanen. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Chicago leading by 20. To the inside. It's stolen by Kerr. Inside, here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Gordon is known for his athleticism, and he loves rising up to throw it down.
Here's Edgecombe. That's good, and Arenas with the assist. 6 points here for PJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And Arizona calls time here. Arizona making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Markkanen. Mullen comes in for Edgecombe. And it's Williams in for Gilbert Arenas. Kerr the pass to Ayton. Kerr outside. Outside, Markkanen. Ayton sets the pick for Markkanen. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, Towns is a great outside shooter, but I prefer it when he goes to work inside.
Markkanen kicks to Kerr. Arizona moving the ball around. Markkanen passes to Pete. Ayton a screen on Towns. Ayton in the high post. Pass to Kerr from the arc. No good on the shot. Chicago leading by 22. Here's Buzelis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
And the Wildcats call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And make some noise for your Arizona Desert.
Mike Bibby's checked in for the Wildcats. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Maloach. Boozer comes in for Towns. Chris Middleton's checked in for Buzelis. Young is subbed in for Jason Williams. Kerr against Young. Kerr, the pass to Gordon. Over to the left wing. Pass to Bibby. To the middle. Here's Pete. It's good. The assist this time from Bibby.
And you can see how comfortable Pete is. He feels like he can score at will on that block.
Mullen for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mullen's got himself on the board with three there.
Well, that's just fantastic awareness. Recognizing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Pass to Pete. And here's Bibby. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Pete. It's stolen by Adebayo. Young dishes to Middleton over Bibby. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, look, you can't lose track of Middleton. He's always a threat off the ball.
Markkanen passes to Kerr. Here's Bibby. Pass to Kerr. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Middleton for three. Another three for Chicago.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Now, here's Kerr. The Wildcats again cannot hit. Shot's good from Mullen.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Pete to end the run. That one doesn't drop. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
That one good for two.
Look, that's what you want. Young is just so good when he penetrates.
Kerr against Young. Kerr outside. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Trae Young.